Well, guys, I heard you say that we were on break, and I know that because Bill Miston just walked into the room here,
man, the
room
myth.
150, on the first floor, and that's how I can tell. All right, this is a 5-story building, right? The trial is taking place on the 3rd floor in Judge Lynn Edelman's courtroom. On the 4th floor, in an old jury room, that's the media workroom. That's where they can see the trial on closed-circuit television. They cannot broadcast from there. We can't go right to Bill and say, Bill, what are you seeing? Can't do that. You got to come down here to the 1st floor. This is the only area in the entire courthouse where we are allowed to transmit a signal of any type. I made the analogy yesterday. It's a bit like having your washing machine on the 3rd floor and your basement in your dryer in the basement. It's not the easiest way to do things, but we're fortunate enough to be in here and do that at least. So we have a system. It's kind of an old school system. Delete, 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 comes down to here. Christina Van Zelst is monitoring Bill's blog. I'm monitoring Bill's blog, but I'm also in an overflow room, excuse me, that also has a closed circuit television in it, but I'm not allowed to broadcast from there either. So that sets the stage. But I know Bill's doing a great job, because you guys are talking as if you were watching that closed feed. So that is a testament to Bill's note-taking and your guys' ability to kind of pick out the salient points that have been happening. I want to take a little step back here if I can, because what the government is doing, they are bringing every one of those 6 agents up one by one. This was one of the FBI agents who testified this morning on cross-examination. He was presented last evening. He's the one who had to carry over. And so what they're trying to do is saying, you had a plan, right? You wanted all 6 of these. The same questions are being asked. Why did you want to do this in the courthouse? Well, there are 6 of us in the courthouse. The defendant has gone through a screening, presumably, and we know that he did. It's a little safer. We all got there. So the defense, or what the government is trying to point this picture, that Hannah Dugan somehow blew up this plan, a plan that she might not have been privy to, clearly was not privy to, but creating this distraction of sending them all down to the Chief Judge Ashley's office. We don't know what was said. You're right, we can't hear it, but you are indeed right that these agents testified that Dugan was, quote, direct, upset, and angry, and that they did not like the fact that 4 of them were sent down to the Chief Judge's office. To quote now from Joseph Zuro, who is a CBP agent, we were in a bad spot here. And when pressed on that, what do you mean? Well, we were spread apart now. Now we had some guys down here and some guys down here. And this is a quote I couldn't say on broadcast side, but we could say it on Fox Local. And it's key here. What Zuro did when he was brought down to the Chief Judge's office, and he asked another agent who came down, Ayers, hey, what are you doing here? Were you sent down here? No. Okay, you weren't sent down here, so I know that the judge didn't send you down here. So what he said was, quote, get your ass back in the hallway in case this guy comes out. Why is that significant? Because on a cross-examination, Jason Luzak, one of Hannah Dugan's 4 or 5 attorneys, said, really? Get your ass back in the hallway in case? That's not what you wrote in the report. That's not verbatim what you wrote in the report. And what the defense is trying to do with little things like that, guys, is point out flaws in the plan. A, you came to this courthouse and you didn't know there was a temporary plan in place for how we're going to deal with agents from the federal government. One of the agents testified, no, I did not know that. So what the defense is trying to do is just undermine the credibility of these agents one by one in the smallest of ways.